I'm Pat Campagnola, head coach here at 10th Planet Springfield. I did myself the disservice of scheduling myself at the end of the day after 3 coaches that I always study and watch. So with that, it was like each step of the way, everyone had to rewrite their game plan a little bit because the previous guy did a little bit of what they thought they were going to do. So I had 3 iterations of that. So here we are. Some of it's going to look a little familiar to things you've already done today, but I'm going to try to structure it in a way that's a little different than everybody else did, and also in a way that's going to help us with kind of the workload and the output and all that kind of stuff. 2 things about me. I'm a 1, 2, 3 clapper, and I'm married to the timer. Okay, so a little different than the rest of the guys today. We did some timer, no timer, secret timer, clap, no clap.
6 minutes. I was checking my watch. On secret timer.
Yeah. So, I also didn't know this whole day was going to be so stand-up wrestling heavy, and that's the whole game plan I had, so sorry. I scheduled it first. So I watch a lot of competition. That's the way I like to study. I've never been good at studying instructionals. It's just never been my style. I watch a lot of ADCC matches lately and try to figure out where guys are scoring from, the common positions, and it's no secret. Like, if you watch any ADCC, if competed under the rules, you know it's very hard to score by taking people down. You have to hold 75% of the back down. If they turtle, no score, all that kind of stuff. So it seems like it becomes very important that you need to either get really good at getting the people pinned or get really good at taking the back. So we've been working some series of sequences here to work on those 2 skill sets. So today it's going to be mostly focused on scoring the back side of things. And I think it's going to bounce really well off of what Rob was doing because it's similar positions. And he said like his main focus for that session was on the defensive side of it, and the offensive players got some work. My session is going to be kind of the flip side of that. So hopefully it works out well. Here, Tony, help me out. So let's turn it this way. So we're going to have everyone start with a single leg off the ground. And we're going to work on either just accessing his hips or making his hands, knees, or hips touch the floor. He's going to be working to just free his leg from me. Right, so we can just start here. I'd like to just start single leg pinch between the knees. We can be wrapped. I'm not wrapping tight because I don't want to mess up the mic right now. But I can win simply by just working my way up to the body lock, right? If he doesn't stop me and I just slide up and access his hips, that's great, because our next iteration here, we're going to be working off rear body lock. If I'm confident with my skills here, I could just off balance into the front, make his hands touch the floor. I can pull the single out. I can make his hips go down, all that kind of stuff. Whatever you guys like to do, whatever you can figure out, do it. All he has to do is get his leg free. Super simple, right? So to help with the space and the workload of all that, every session or every drill that we're going to do, get yourselves in a group of 5. Stick with your group of 5. So try to find 5 of you that are roughly around the same size. Stick with your group of 5. You're going to do a top, bottom, out situation. So that'll give us some more space to work. You'll get a little bit of time to rest in between. And you can chit chat with each other about what's going on.
With the offensive player's task, their goal is to get hands locked around the waist or finish takedown?
Yes. You don't even have to finish the takedown, though, if you just get their hands to touch the mat. Both hands. I'm going to set a 10-minute timer, so you just do your top, bottom, out cycle for 10 minutes. We'll bring it back in. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'll watch you critique.
I'm almost open. I'm going to show you all the finer details of finishing the single leg. Yeah, you guys can watch out for each other. The most dangerous blanket in the room.
chubby fellas. There's only 3 of us that resigned to being
That's
chubby
fine.
fellas.
And there's like a group of 3 or 4 women too, so it all balances out. The whole idea is to just manage the work rate. What do you think is the easiest win in this game?
Probably getting to the hips.
I agree too, but nobody does it.
Yeah, I go try. Yeah, you went right to my hips. So I'm just
Like you don't have to
thinking
wrestle.
about-
You just have,
Yeah.
you just work your way up. Yes, you've been through this before.
Right to the hip.
It's weird because I purposely put in the hips win scenario to like decrease the amount of wrestling everyone has to do. But everyone's just wrestling.
Well, it's so much fun.
I know.
Like the energy and everything.
Yeah.
I love starting.
The elbow frame helps block the access to the hip. Really? I like it. I mean, I've spent a million years there. Anyone here scoring by just getting to the hips, or is everyone wrestling single legs? Good. That's good. Big boy squad over here. Yeah.
How does this work with like the 10 plan idea of all these like complicated moves and like complex stuff? Like go to a 10 planet gym, I would expect like
Yeah.
warm-ups and yeah.
Right. I mean, the truthful answer is we've never really been that style of 10th Planet gym. So I mean, at the core of it, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu is all about evolving and, you know, accepting what's working and getting rid of what's not working. So, yeah. You know, for sure, it's an existential crisis I have with myself. But I'm just trying to take it as it goes and, you know, not get stuck in any absolutes. Yeah.
So with this style, in general, how do you get your athletes receptive to coaching if you don't actively infuse yourself in the training?
You mean like not coaching as they're actively doing
Like
this
in
now?
a match, you would want to be helping them.
Yeah, I've honestly never been that style of corner. I think it's a lot of wasted speech.
Okay.
Right? If I'm having to tell you where to put your hands, where to move your feet, we already failed in practice.
So part yeah, let's just part this. You can do it to me.
Who wins?
It's a scramble.
It's funny, I was going to do some of your scramble games to warm up, but I'm like, everyone's warm.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
What is wrestling? No, I'm just kidding. I thought we just guard pulled things.
It's my dirty little secret. I'm a guard puller, but I wrestled in college.
Groups of 5 is cool.
Yeah.
Never experimented.
Yeah, we usually do a lot of groups of 3, but I figure for the big crowd today, it helps reduce the chaos and everyone gets to breathe. I had this class all planned out before I had any idea what those other guys were doing.
Yeah, man. I'm sure you guys had to modify on the fly.
Yeah. I watched Scotty earlier. He wrote an entire page of his class, and he's just like crossing things out as Greg's going. Show of hands, who is having success scoring by accessing the hips? I put that one in there because to me that seems like the easier win scenario in the game. But every time, even when we do this in class, I look around and everyone's just kind of blinders on, dead set on finishing the single leg. So I'm constantly trying to figure out why that's happening and how we can fix it. So we're gonna move on to what I showed was gonna be the next stop along the way, which is gonna be the rear body lock. And it's gonna be basically the same setup, same constraints, same wind conditions that we were just doing. So we're all gonna start rear body lock, hands connected, and I'm trying to either put both of his hands to the floor, his knees to the floor, or his hips to the floor. He's trying, just like Rob was doing in his class, break the grips, turn and face, okay? The rule of this game is gonna be each of us needs to have 1 foot on the floor at all times. So we're just trying to negate out jumping on people's backs and big, high intensity mat returns for the sake of this class right now, okay? So no jumping on people's backs, no picking them up and putting them down. Both of us must have at least 1 foot on the floor at all times. We're just here. What I find happens a lot when we do this game in class is the defensive player, I'll call him the defensive player just for now, they get so worried about getting pulled backwards, they overcompensate forward and just put their hands on the mat. I'm trying to get people out of that habit because then in competition, people will jump on your back. That's a bad spot to be. And I know Tony gets guilty of this sometimes. He just wants to lean forward because he doesn't want to get brought backwards. So you got to work on that neutral, strong base. He's trying to break grips, turn and face. Or if I'm a little loose here, if he's able to just like dig an underhook and pummel in and face me, right? However he goes about it, he just needs to break free and face me. I need to either get his hands to the floor, get his hips to the floor, or get his knees to the floor. We'll do the same setup, same groups of 5, top, bottom, out. I don't know if you guys are doing this already, but to keep it fresh, you can just change the order of your rotation as you go. So it's not just 10 minutes of the same thing over and over. If you don't want to, I don't care either. That's fine. Questions?
No lifting in any color, correct?
If you can lift him while keeping one of his feet on the floor, that's fine.
Can the rear player sit?
Will your hips touch?
If their hips touch the ground and you're both sitting, is that a win?
So if you're the defensive person and you,
Offensive person,
oh, if you're the offensive player,
can I just sit back and pull the person back?
yeah, you need to get his hands, knees, or hips to the floor. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Actually, they're all big guys. Never mind, you can go back. Don't jump on the turtles.
Did I?
No, just joking.
Because I do.
I do in real life.
It's from Monkey on My Back.
I did not.
We
It's
need
the group of
somebody
big guys, so
here.
no one really wants to play with them.
We need someone our size. Rob had to drop out.
Okay.
Perfect. Rob's shoulders kind of happy.
He's down.
So I do the same thing for safety, like no lifting.
Yeah.
You ever do like a comp class with?
Yeah, for sure.
Matt was doing
Like
this?
full advanced class, we will. Nice in. Legit.
to avoid just sitting down on you guys and using the weight advantage.
You're fucking out.
Emery's strong. Yeah, they both got strong ass grips.
This is just my strategy to not have the open mat go forever after. See this dude in the splits? The splits are crazy though. If you watch college wrestling right now, everyone does the splits to defend takedowns. No one did that when I was wrestling. Yeah. They're like, well, if you can't collect my other leg, you can't score. Right, like make a specific rule about it. I hope not. Yeah. I tried to find another guy, but no one wants to play with you guys.
Honestly.
It might be the OnlyFans shirt.
A number of times that I roll up to an open mat,
I'm sure.
and makes eye contact. Mostly because in my mobility, I do splits, so I'm like, oh, fuck it. Never mind.
I was saying the 10th Planet dude over there was just doing the splits. The dude down there was just doing the splits. All right, time! All right, after that mid-round cue, did anyone additionally use the single leg to win the game? Did you try, did you attempt to use it? There you go. There you go. That's what we're looking for. All right, questions?
When you said single legs were available, I intentionally didn't go for them because now everyone's awareness is on the single legs. So figure this out.
There you go. All right, next iteration here. Tony's gonna be quad pod position, so hands and feet on the floor. The same rules will apply though. I cannot just jump on his back. I need to have one foot on the floor at all times. I'm looking to score by securing the back position, so upper body control, lower body control, chest to back, all that good stuff, or break him all the way down to a hip. You don't need to go further than that if you can break them down to a hip, or take their back, reset. He's doing the same things. He's gonna build his base back up. He's gonna try to free himself, turn and face me. Start rear body lock, not seatbelt. And we'll go from here. So we're gonna work on how can we break his structure from hands and feet to preferably knees and elbows, and then either take his back or break him to his hip, right? A lot of wrestling comes into play here. That's why Rob and I talk about the folk style wrestling stuff all the time, with how prominent we can use it in jiu-jitsu. I come from a wrestling background. In my first 10 plus years of jiu-jitsu, I kind of just threw it all aside. I was a guard player and said, forget all that stuff. And now it's all coming back around and I'm figuring out how to use it in a simplified manner to be effective in a jiu-jitsu scenario, right? don't have an arsenal of crazy takedowns that I use in a jiu-jitsu context. It's very simplified, but I think it's very efficient. So I'm going to be looking to continue to break Tony down here, right? The spiral ride stuff, arm chops, all that stuff. If I can start trapping arms, I've already broken his initial structure. Now I'm deciding, am I taking his back to score? Am I going to circle off and break him down to a hip? And the single leg scenario is still here. I took that one directly out of a Michigan wrestling practice that was on YouTube. Right, they were in quad pod, working the same exact game, mat return, right? And then they're working on switching off to the single leg. So we've been doing the same thing this entire class, just from different levels of the scenario. Any questions?
The gender's just stand, break, contact.
Stand, break, face. So this will be the last of the 10-minute pushes, and I have one lower intensity thing we'll throw in at the end. We'll finish it up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm trying to just expose everyone to some very specific things that we've been working on. Yeah.
Believe me,
I love doing that.
I had this idea.
Is this the one you were looking for?
Yes, thank you. I should be videoing this. I should have videoed.
It's all going to be videoed.
Yeah.
I took this one directly from that Michigan wrestling practice.
The single leg off here is.
Right, because you just cut the
Yeah,
angle
I was
on
just
him.
telling Megan, I was like, yay, he's doing it for
Yeah,
us.
there's no base over here. You just run through them.
We've done a little quad pod, but not a lot.
The part I'm having a hard time safely injecting is the fact that people will jump on your back. And it's not a bad idea to jump on their back, but how do you do it safely when their elbows are based out?
Starting referee position is.
Like DeAndre is a master of that.
Yeah.
If people quad pod on him,
I just start
What are you trying to do? So you weren't like super slick and you're a little tighter. You could have rolled me. Kind of been all I had to do was like just throw my shoulders
well, that's a sad story. Fans not plugged in.
Back to standing, I turn the base.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. He knows the game.
Still alive. Still alive. Come up. Somebody's got to come up. Somebody's got to come up. Come up. 1, 2.
Beautiful. You guys study ADCC rules? Say he was very aware of the hook. Yeah.
Most of it is, I mean, it's more general grappling. It's not really for much rule sets, but it's.
The last auto we went to, there was so much closed guard. And I don't know if that's because we were in the interdivision.
By your people or by other people?
By other people.
Beginners division for sure. They feel safe there.
So I had trained, we had been training close hard.
2 point stance. You can go down to the single leg if you want.
The air is thick over here.
Hard to breathe.
We had 3 minutes left, but I see everyone fading a little bit. We'll do one more little low intensity thing. We'll do a 5-minute round of it, back and forth, and we'll end up on that one. So for this one, everyone just grab a partner. You're gonna flip flop every time somebody wins. We'll do 5 minutes total. And we'll wrap it up there and get everybody done with it.
I didn't hear what you said.
I haven't showed you yet. That's why you didn't hear it. So it's unrelated to what we've just been working on, but it's something we've been working on in class for a little bit, and I'm trying to work out the kinks. So I have a room of 50 test subjects, so I'm just collecting some data here. So we're working 2-on-1 connections, and I'm trying to play picking up the single leg against achieving a snap down and front headlock situation. So I'm looking for those things. Tony's looking to just free himself from the 2-on-1. So I'm 2-on-1. If he's hanging his head low, what are we looking for? Front headlock, right? If he pops his head up high because he's getting front headlocked, what's open?
Everything.
Right, exactly.
Everything.
Yeah, we'll call it single leg or body lock. Who said body lock? I like it. So single leg, body lock, or snap down. What's Tony trying to do? He's just got to free himself. My win from my 2-on-1 is either front headlock, connect to a single leg. We'll call it connect to a single leg. I don't even have to pick it up. If he keeps his foot on the floor, but I connect to a single leg, or I connect to his hips. The goal, I'm trying to lower the intensity for you guys. Chill it out.
Coach, if he's going for a single leg, and in the meantime, I go wrap. So front headlock myself.
No, you're purely defensive. If he gets his hands clasped around a leg or the hips, he wins. Every time someone wins, switch offense, defense, 5 minutes, and we'll be done. 1, 2, 3. Pat, I know we chatted a bunch, but I didn't actually meet you this weekend.
Formally meet.
Yeah. Glad you guys all came down.
Oh yeah, no man, super happy you put this
Yeah.
together. It's great.
Where are you guys? Canada, right?
Yeah.
Safest thing, but it will save your life. So basically, it's inhalable epinephrine. So it's
Did you look into finding an MMA place or?
that's right.
No, we didn't end up bothering. My guy Pat figured he'd put some rounds in here, and
From mild to light.
this is out a bit. We'll make up for it when we
Nice.
get back. Yeah, it's starting to change in Ottawa now, but like it's slow because the old guard is still there.
Yeah.
So like old guard, they're not interested, but they're on their way out the door. And now there's like a new group of guys where we're all chill with each other.
Yeah.
So as long as accidentally boys clubs don't form where
Right.
there's exclusivity again, I think it'll be good.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do here. We're always like trying to hold open mats for the community. We do like in-house tournaments and stuff like that to just try to get them in here and meet each other.
We're going to try to do one probably in April or May at my gym.
Nice.
Where we invite guys. Do like Scott had laid out like a scrimmage thing where like you can opt out or opt back in. So I
That's
want to
cool.
do that with the new guys
Yeah.
just to get them.
It's
like,
awesome experience.
Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
beat it.
Lots of matches.
Yeah.
As many as you want, basically, right?
Exactly. That's what we try to do. Doesn't cost anything. You don't have to sit there all day long. You just come in and get some experience. I love it. right, everyone, bring it in. We'll finish up here. All right, real quick before we finish up, I had a good question that was brought up about how the threat of submissions changes the wrestling for jiu-jitsu, and like obviously there is that does exist, right? The submission danger, and the question was about, you know, do we work that exposure? And the answer is yes. Like this is just a little snapshot. I wanted to work on one little slice of what we do, but of course there are scenarios and days where we work on adding in the submission threats. You have to. Do you have a follow-up?
Sure. How often do you do the more than 2-person rotation games? Is that a normal thing?
I'm going to go back to the hashtag of the camp, and it depends. I find fairly frequently later in the week. If I can tell, like I can read the room, like I can tell, I know our students, I can tell when we need to manage the output a little bit differently. And sometimes it's just for the hell of it, to be completely honest. Do what?
Like someone on the wall in multiple groups where you rotate that person in?
Like a King of the Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we do standard King of the Hill sometimes.
So
Hold on.
this is for you, but also for Rob and Randy. One of the things you guys have talked about a lot is like that the games are connected, and like you go from here. Now we're into the game we just played. What is your indicator? What do you look for in your room to say it's time to connect those games and go from we're playing this isolated thing to we're playing these 2 to 3 games that all play into each other?
So for us, it's a little different between the fundamentals class and the advanced class. So the fundamentals class, we're fairly structured with it, and we're rotating through a lot of the same things week after week, month after month. The advanced class, I'm much less structured with it, and I'll read the room, and I have a general idea of the things we're always working on, and then
Do you know what you're looking for, or do you just sort of feel it?
both. Depends.